Let's talk about sanctions now. So there has been a lot of talk, as I think all of this is tied together, about Russian sanctions, right? This was the call from, this was, of course, the big push from Western leaders, the EU, United States of America, that this is all Putin's price hike. So we're going to sanction the hell out of him. We're going to steal Russian oligarchs' boats and ships. We're going to make sure that the Russian economy collapses so that Putin can't wage this aggression in Ukraine anymore. That was the plan, right? Well, now we're starting to see the cracks and fissures here back home. And specifically, because we keep hearing from the Biden administration that the economy is doing fantastic. Like we've heard that repeatedly, right? Retailers are now. This is
He's
the first
talking about
data.
Russia because it is actually doing fantastic in Russia.
Well, yeah.
Well, yeah, actually, the Moscow exchange is up another 1.28% today. Yesterday, on what was a bloody Monday on the U.S. stock market, it was up 4%, right? And so I think it's interesting to talk about how if we think we're hurting them, we're not.
Right. So let's take a look at these retail numbers. These are just out this afternoon. So again, now this is the first kind of real fissure that we're seeing from retailers. Lower retail sales are the latest evidence of a cooling economy. So we've been hearing that this economy is burning and churning. Even before the Fed's announcement today, there are already tentative signs that the economy may be cooling. The latest evidence, the Commerce Department on Wednesday, that's today, reported that retail sales fell in May. Okay. Now that it's summertime almost, everyone's out going to be spending and booking vacations and stuff. So it fell in May and it rose by less than in April that they initially believed. The drop was small, just 0.03%. Nevertheless, this is a time May. People are out, right? They're buying ice cream. Sure. They're shopping. They're at the beaches, right? They're booking Airbnb. I just feel like, I picture that like now everyone's down at the beach at the Jersey Shore, walking the boardwalk, getting the ice cream and stuff.
You're not having ice cream. That's why the economy is suffering.
Exactly.
I mean, it feels like very dizzying when retailers have been telling us all along that, hey, the pandemic's over and shoppers are back, right? Women are buying lipstick again because mask mandates are being released, and people are buying clothes with zippers, whereas before they weren't. Well, apparently they're not.
Clothes with zippers? What the hell does that mean?
That's because when you stay home, you don't put on clothes with zippers that might feel uncomfortably tight.
You just wear your fat pants.
You wear things that are, that have, and so there were literally articles within the last 6 months about how zippers are back and people want to put on form-fitting clothes. And I felt actually very excited the first time I put zipper clothes on after I gave birth to my children. So I can attest.
I have Adidas sweatpants with zippers on the sides right now.
Doesn't count. No, it has to be zipper up the waistline. Yeah, or down the back.
I'm not even wearing pants right now. That's how comfortable I am in this show.
Right, but I think that my reason for bringing these things up is that these stories were telling us happy times were here again. Everyone, it's okay. You can spend. People are spending on these luxury items like zipper clothes and lipsticks, right? And I think that was more of a media wish list than reality.
Well, here's an interesting tweet on these sanctions because it kind of leads us to what the Biden administration is now having. I think there's a reckoning coming. We've been talking about this sort of reckoning over the past week or so, but now here's Saleha, a tweet that she sent out today. New, this just in, some Biden officials privately expressed concern that rather than dissuade the Kremlin as intended, U.S. sanctions have instead exacerbated inflation.
You think?
Worsened food insecurity and punished ordinary Russians more than Putin or his allies. I mean, this is like from the filing cabinet, like the no-duh filing cabinet, right?
Yeah.
I mean, and this is all sort of based on what this report from Bloomberg overnight from Biden officials worrying on sanctions. Biden officials concerned that Russia sanctions, this is from antiwar.com from Dave DeCamp, citing a Bloomberg piece, but Biden officials concerned Russia sanctions hurting ordinary people more than Putin. Bloomberg reported on Tuesday that some Biden administration officials are privately expressing concern that sanctions on Russia are worsening the global food crisis, exacerbating inflation, and hurting ordinary Russians.
Just now, though, I think this is only just now getting to the media. Otherwise, they have to have been asking this question months ago when they ran their economic models on what will this sanction do, right? That's easy to model. It's easy to just put in your computer and see what will be the effect of X.
Right. So let's run it ourselves.
Well,
right?
and what's frustrating is people don't.
Go ahead, David.
I was going to say, people don't get the updates of, like, they think, okay, there's all these sanctions on Russia, so they have to be doing really bad. Where people don't know that our economy is very bad. Theirs is actually doing pretty good, and they're winning in other ways too. They just lost all the nasty fast food chains that we have to keep here.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. They got rid of McDonald's. They got rid of Pizza Hut. I mean, Russia's going to be
Subway, Starbucks.
Russia's cholesterol is going to be going down. Like, they're doing great all around. The Russian ruble is going up. Everything else.
Yes.
So let's run this economic model. Let's play this out. Let's role play it.
Oh,
if we
no,
can.
You need sophisticated software to do that.
No, you don't. Even people as dumb as me can just kind of run it. So let's see. We're going to cut off grain to the rest of the world. We're going to block. We're going to make sure that that shipping
that's
ports.
what they told us they were going to do, is block grain. But according to the United States State Department, you brought the screenshot that showed that food and agricultural supplies were exempted.
Yeah, they were exempted, but the main problem, of course, was the ports weren't. So as Sergei Lavrov and the Russians have said, hey, we have the grain ready to transport, but the port operators are under sanction and they don't want to receive the shipping. So as soon as you guys let us park the ships there, we got your grain. We got your grain right here. Also, let's think about oil prices, right? We've got oil pipelines, any number of other issues coming out of Russia that we are now sanctioning, right? So
yes.
that we can't have access to. And it's going to show up in computer components. It's going to show up in rare earth metals. It's going to hit everything. And where did it hit first? It hit Africa first, of course, right? And then it hits Europe. And then it hits the United States. And we had an expert on the show the other day who said he believes that Europe's going to really take it in the rear first, right?
Yes. Yes, because the United States only imported 8% of its oil reserve or oil usage out of Russia. So, anyone who's saying that it's Putin's price hike is just not looking at the things that they buy. I think most people realize when you go into your cabinets to see, where's my food coming from? Where's my gas coming from? Most of your produce, if you're an American, comes from Mexico or California, right? Most of your consumer goods comes from an Asian country. Very little of what Americans buy comes from Russia. It's not going to hurt Americans first.
Yeah, and it's self-destructive because Putin has said, I'm going to fulfill all the oil and orders and stuff that I have. The oil is there. The gas is there. Like all the whatever exports we have, they are there for you to take it. If you don't take it, you're doing that to your own citizens.
Yes, and the problem with this oil, right, or any of these things is that the supply is still there, right? So it's not like the supply is all of a sudden gone. Like Russia did not make these food products or agricultural products or gas products. So the market will respond to what is available, not to what is like available politically or not, right? And so global prices are based on global availability, right? And so just cutting the West off from this supply chain does not actually affect the prices of it if there's still a free market based on what is available.
Thank you so much for subscribing to our channel. We've been banned, we've been blocked, we've been censored. That's why we started our own website, to stay connected with you for free.
That's right. So head on over to redacted.inc and make sure you're connected with us. You can sign up again at redacted.inc, not .com.